Yangon, Reuters. A court in Myanmar on Monday charged two jailed Reuters journalists with obtaining secret state documents, moving the landmark press freedom case into its trial stage after 6 months of preliminary hearings. Yangon District Judge Yula Win charged reporters Walon, 32, and Kiao Soeu, 28, with breaching the Colonial-Era Official Secrets Act, which carries a maximum penalty of 14 years in prison. Both journalists pleaded not guilty to the charges, telling the judge they had followed journalistic ethics. Speaking to reporters after the ruling, Walon said he and Kiao Soeu had committed no crime and would testify to their innocence in court. Detained Reuters journalist Walon and Kiao Soeu sit beside police officers as they leave insane court in Yangon, Myanmar, on Monday. "Although we are charged, we are not guilty," he said, in handcuffs, as officials ushered him into a police truck. "We will not retreat, give up or be shaken by this." Chief Prosecutor Kiao Minong left the courthouse before reporters were able to ask him questions. The case has attracted global attention. Some Western diplomats and rights groups say it is a test of progress toward full democracy under the administration of Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi in a country where the military still wields considerable influence. The United States Embassy in Yangon said it was deeply disappointed by the court's decision. The Myanmar authorities should allow the journalists to return to their jobs and families, it said in a post on Facebook. Today's decision is a setback for press freedom and the rule of law in Myanmar. Journalist Walon gives 2 thumbs up while being escorted by police into a court hearing back in February. Fellow journalist Kiao Soeu follows behind him, also in handcuffs. Reuters president and editor-in-chief Stephen J. Adler called the case against the reporters baseless. These Reuters journalists were doing their jobs in an independent and impartial way, and there are no facts or evidence to suggest that they've done anything wrong or broken any law, he said in a statement. Myanmar government spokesman Zahate did not answer calls seeking comment after the court ruling on Monday. He has declined to comment throughout the proceedings, saying Myanmar's courts are independent and the case would be conducted according to the law. Trial phase. The reporters' families, including Kiao Soeu's 2-year-old daughter and Walon's pregnant wife, sat close to them in the courtroom packed with diplomats and journalists. The judge said the court had filed charges against both reporters under Section 3.1c of the Act to probe the prosecution's allegations that they collected and obtained secret documents pertaining to the security forces with the intention to harm national security. The case was adjourned until July 16. Proceedings will now enter the trial phase. Defense lawyers will summon witnesses before the judge, who will then deliver a verdict in a process likely to take several weeks, according to legal experts. Panamon and Chitsu, wives of detained Reuters journalists Walon and Kiao Soeu, comfort each other after a court hearing in February. Defense lawyer Kin Mong Zaw said both reporters would be called to testify as witnesses at the next hearing. "Naturally, I'm not satisfied, not happy," he told reporters when asked about the court's decision. "But I'm not losing hope. In the end we will have a happy ending." Earlier this month, defense lawyers said the journalists were arrested in a sting operation by the police that was aimed at interfering with their reporting. At the same July 2 hearing, prosecutor Kiao Minong said documents they had in their hands when they were arrested detailed the movements of security forces, while further documents found on their mobile phones ranged from confidential to top secret. The 2 journalists, seen at the Reuters office in Yangon in 2017, were working on an investigation into the killing of 10 Rohingya Muslim men and boys in a village in western Myanmar's Rakhine State during a military crackdown when they were arrested. At the time of their arrest in December, the reporters had been working on an investigation into the killing of 10 Rohingya Muslim men and boys in a village in western Myanmar's Rakhine State. The killings took place during a military crackdown that United Nations agencies say led to more than 700,000 Rohingya fleeing to neighboring Bangladesh. The reporters have told relatives they were arrested almost immediately after being handed some rolled-up papers at a restaurant in northern Yangon by two policemen they had not met before. In April, Police Captain Mo Yan Nangs testified that a senior officer had ordered his subordinates to plant secret documents on Walloon to trap the reporter. After his court appearance, Mo Yan Nang was sentenced to a year in jail for violating police discipline by having spoken to Walloon, and his family was evicted from police housing. Police have said the eviction and his sentencing were not related to his testimony. Related. Fox Business reporter, Trump's latest claim is complete BS, and he knows it. Customs agent in hot water for trying to get reporters' sources Amal Clooney to represent Reuters. Reporters held in Myanmar. Reuters journalists charged under Myanmar's Official Secrets Act after reporting on Rohingya crisis, the most dangerous countries in the world to be a journalist. Trump leaks sensitive info from the May jobs report, and that's a big effing problem. Download